What's up, Bears fans? Harrison Graham here from Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. We got some Friday news to hit you with here just 2 days before kickoff of Bears versus Giants. And before we jump into that news, hey, listen, we got 2 days until kickoff, and I told you guys that I want to get more subscribers than my guy Marshall Green over at Giants. Now, last time I checked, he was beating us by about 20 new subscribers this week. We can't let that happen. So hit that subscribe button. Let's beat him in new subs. Make it happen here on Chicago Bears Now. And if you want, type F Marsh in the chat, because while Marsh is my boy, it's Giants and Marsh hate week. Let's go F Marsh in the comments section. All right, let's get into the injury news for both teams today. And there are a lot of notable names on each of the injury reports. We will get to the Bears in a second. Let's kind of knock out the Giants ones early here. A couple of receivers out again. Kadarius Toney dealing with the hamstring injury. Wan'Dale Robinson dealing with the knee injury. They are both out. Of course, Sterling Shepard was placed on IR earlier this week after that just brutal injury last Monday night against Dallas. We wish the best for him. He obviously will not be playing. Leonard Williams also ruled out with a knee injury. So Toney, Robinson, Williams, and of course Shepard, four fairly key players, I would say, for the New York Football Giants, all will not play. Two more players are out, Cordell Flott, Nick McLeod, a pair of cornerbacks as well. So 6 players already being ruled out for the Giants, and I don't know who's going to catch the football. Is Kenny Golladay finally going to be Kenny Golladay? I wouldn't expect it. You're talking about guys like Richie James and David Sills V, who are supposed to scare the Bears secondary in this game. Weird things have happened. We know Golladay is capable, but he has not done it in a while. All right, let's get to the Bears. Then we'll kind of talk about what the injuries mean for each team. 3 players ruled out for Chicago already. Jaylon Johnson, second straight week with the quad. That's a bummer. David Montgomery ruled out with an ankle injury. I would expect a heavy dose of Khalil Herbert, a little bit of Treston Ebner. Maybe Darrington Evans gets elevated for this game from the practice squad. As we're filming right now, I have not seen anything as of yet, but I definitely think that could be a possibility as well. So those players are out. Also, Dane Cruikshank out once again, the defensive back, as he's been dealing with the hamstring. He has also been ruled out. A couple of players listed as doubtful. Tight end Ryan Griffin with an Achilles. He was limited on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Did not practice, though. He's officially doubtful. Linebacker Matt Adams got up to limited today after not practicing the past couple of weeks, but still listed as doubtful. I would be surprised if he goes. Look for Joe Thomas to handle that Sam linebacker duties again. You know who's not doubtful? Velus Jones Jr., the rookie wide receiver, listed as questionable. And on top of that, he was a full participant on Friday. Limited Wednesday, Thursday, full on Friday. 3 straight practices where he got out there and did something, and today he was full. That makes me think there's a good chance he's going to play this Sunday. In fact, predict it for us. Will Velus Jones Jr. make his season debut, his NFL career debut, on Sunday against the Giants? Type Y for yes, type in for no. You might get hit with the YouTube ad break during this exact moment, so just slide on down and answer the question. Yes or no, will Velus Jones Jr. play this week? All right, Robert Quinn is questionable. He's been dealing with an illness. I expect him to play. Maybe he flies separate from the team because he is sick. We'll see. I think he'll be out there. Sterling Weatherford, the linebacker, who's been doing some special team stuff, he's questionable with an ankle injury. Cairo Santos has been dealing with a personal issue this week. He's questionable, so we'll see. Did not practice the past couple of days. We'll see what's going on there. And then Roquan Smith will play, full participant today. His game status wasn't even listed, so that means he will be out there. So a couple of things that stand out. Number one, Jaylon Johnson. That obviously hurts. But again, when you talk about the receivers the Giants have, Kadarius Toney being out, Wan'Dale Robinson being out, no Sterling Shepard. I mean, the only one that is capable of really just having a huge game is Kenny Golladay, and he hasn't done that in how long now? Well over a year, probably more like 2, because he didn't do much last season. I'm not concerned about Kenny Golladay. I'm just not. Now, maybe I'll eat crow. Maybe he'll have a breakout game against the Bears. That would be very typical, but Sure, Jaylon Johnson being out hurts, but if he's going to miss 2 games this year, he's missed the right ones. Texans last week, who really only Brandon Cooks is a big threat to go off on you, and then the Giants this week, who are very thin at receiver right now. So it's a bummer he's out, but he's out at the right time if you're going to be out. Hopefully Kyler Gordon takes another step. I thought he played a little bit better last week. We'll see if he plays well this week. Kindle Vildor was scrappy last week. He gets beat some, but he makes some plays. And quite frankly, we didn't call Jaylon Jones' name that much, the rookie UDFA who stepped in some a week ago. That's a good thing if you're not calling a corner's name that often. David Montgomery, obviously, we want him out there, but I'll put it this way. I'd rather have Jaylon Johnson out there than David Montgomery because we know Khalil Herbert is a capable back. Matt Eberflus said it earlier this week. He was asked, what gives you confidence in Khalil Herbert? And he says he's done it before. Did it all last year when Monty was hurt. Did it last week when Montgomery was hurt. When he's been called upon to carry a heavier workload, he's delivered. 20 carries, 157 yards, 2 scores last week. I'm not saying he's going to do that, but I got no doubts that Khalil Herbert will be effective running the football. This Giants run D isn't that good. Leonard Williams is out again. I expect a heavy dose of number 24 this week. Will Khalil Herbert go over 100 yards this week? Type 100 for yes. Type 0 for no. Obviously, he won't go for 0 yards, but 100 for yes, 0 for no. I think he will. Give me Khalil Herbert over 100 yards. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Crookshank being out. Okay, special teams guy. Let's talk about Velus Jones. Listen, even if he plays, I'm not sitting here saying, if he's active, that he'll even be able to play a ton of snaps. I would think he's probably going to be on a bit of a pitch count, but you could certainly use a jolt of energy on offense, right? This passing game has not been good for a variety of reasons. A lot of it Justin Fields, some the receivers, some the pass protection, although I think it's held up better than expected. But Velus Jones is kind of a gimmicky type of guy that you can get the ball to that should be able to create some easy, yardage opportunities, right? Jet sweeps, little push passes when you send a guy in motion, kind of toss it to him. Quick screen game. I mean, he's a guy you should be able to get the football to. So if he's active, we'll see how much they use him on offense. But if he's not active, you only have 4 healthy receivers right now. That's Velus Jones Jr., Equanimeous St. Brown, Dante Pettis, and Amir Smith-Marset. So if Velus doesn't play, you only have 4 receivers. That you'll probably have to activate someone for this game from the practice squad. Probably Isaiah Coulter. I doubt Reggie Roberson, who just got signed. Simba Webster's an option as well, but I think Velus is going to play. I think he'll play, and I think where he'll really be able to make an impact is on special teams. No offense to Pettis, but he's kind of just, catching the ball on punts, which, hey, is great. Don't fumble the ball. Bears have had problems in the past at punt returner, off and on since Devin Hester, but Velus Jones can give you a real spark, and especially with Treston Ebner going to serve as the backup running back, the number 2 back, he'll get some carries needed to be available on offense. Probably want to put Velus Jones at kick returner too. That would be ideal. So hopefully he's out there. Hopefully he plays. And by the way, I mentioned Equanimeous St. Brown. Happy birthday, EQ. Type HBD in the comments for Equanimeous St. Brown. It's his birthday today. He's been this team's best receiver this year. Shout out Equanimeous in the comments by typing HBD. Hopefully Velus Jones joins him as an available receiver this week. A couple other thoughts heading into this matchup. Number 1. Listen, with all these receivers out for New York, the running game is really the only thing that scares me, and that includes Daniel Jones, by the way. That's Saquon Barkley breaking some runs and Daniel Jones breaking contain and taking off. He ran for 6 first downs against the Cowboys last week, 79 rushing yards in total. Keep him under 50 as a quarterback scrambler. Under 50 yards. Hell, under 30 would be great. But under 50 at least. Don't let him take off. Rush with discipline. Got to keep your lanes. Rush upfield. Don't let him bounce or step up and take off. The good news is the Bears primarily run zone. So even if he does take off, a lot of defenders will have their eyes in the backfield. So he shouldn't be able to, get huge plays in the running game. Those man coverage type of schemes where receivers are downfield. That's when a quarterback can really hurt you and take off. So hopefully the Bears limit him from doing that. Hopefully Robert Quinn's available to help prevent that because he is questionable with and illness. But there you go. That's kind of it here on a Friday as we get ready for Bears versus Giants on Sunday. I'll have a mailbag video go out tomorrow for you guys just to keep you guys in the loop with daily content. That's our promise here. Videos every single day. And then Sunday, 11:45 a.m. Central Time, 12:45 Eastern, we will be live for a Bears-Giants watch party. Go live every game day, 15 minutes before kickoff to get you ready with a little pregame show. And then we'll have live play-by-play and coverage throughout the entire game. That's why you need to subscribe for daily videos, but also to join us for our live watch parties. And hey, we got to beat our boy Marsh and new subscribers before kickoff, so hit that sub button. Let's make it happen. That way, Marshall Green, he's gonna regret coming up with sub for Bears dubs. He came up with sub for Bears dubs, and we're gonna get a dub on Sunday by beating the New York Football Giants. So hit that sub button. All right, guys, my name is Harrison Graham. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Give me a follow on social media at HGrahamNFL on Twitter. It's at HGrahamNFL on Instagram, and we will see you on Sunday with a Bears versus Giants watch party.